We just want you to come together. All it is love. Really, all it is love. We're just expressing that. This is Heru Alman, as you may know. I am that I am. Just keeping it real. I got my brother Nazir about to give it to you. And we just want to show you some love and looking forward to it. So,
All right. So, once again, I am the sentient being. I am who I am. Son of my father. You may call me Nazir or Nas. And I am here for a calling. I guess you can call me a warner. And I don't mean that I've been divinely touched to do a calling and receive the dream. But what I have realized is that there is a atmosphere, a climate to our society where we need help. And when I say we need help, we need to help each other. And I've come across some things that I can offer help to people than helping themselves. And again, it's about empowerment. It's not for you to become a victim or dependent on anyone. This is for you to become the God of your life.
exactly.
The Lord's you, obviously, but you get what I mean, is that you want to be the master of your life. We were created to have dominion here, but yet we've given our power away. Now it's time to take it back, all right? So what I am doing here is I'm here with my brother Heru and a few other brothers that or not just brothers, but when I say brothers, I don't mean just of the dark melanin. I mean anyone that's of a like mind and like spirit. So let's get that straight first and foremost. So what we want to do is organize. We want to, and that's the way that you have to do it if you want to be successful. Because one thing that I have done over the last year or so in my research, I've done a lot of studies in recognizing and learning what law is and the details of law and the basis of law and where it comes from. And truly, law comes from our Father.
Big time.
And so does love. There's law and love. There's certain things you do. And the law, the basic law of humanity, of nature, is do harm to no other.
Exactly.
Do unto others what you want done to you. Now, when I say do no harm, of course, you have to kill plants and you have to kill animals to eat. But, other than that, why would you cause harm to anyone? There's no reason for it. But to get to the meat of the matter here, in my research, in my studies, I have learned many things that can help people, and that includes things with traffic, matters of traffic, traffic tickets, DUIs. Even though I will tell you this, if you're having DUIs, you need to really check yourself because you're at the point where you're potentially causing harm or can cause harm to other people, and that's not looked upon, lightly. But the whole point is that traffic tickets, not seat belts, or having a light out. All of that's nonsense. That's administrative law, and it doesn't apply to flesh and blood people. Exactly. It only applies to you as an agency, the so-called straw man that people like to call.
Come on.
And the straw man is more of an agency than it is a separate corporation. But we're not going to get into the specific definitions. It's actually what you call your name. One thing, if you look at logically, and then we're going to get into the meat of some other things, but if you look logically, when someone asks you your name, look at how many of you have looked up what the word name means. If you look up what the word names mean, you will never call yourself a name. It means identification or identify or designation. If you look up the word identify, it means duplication. If someone wants to know my identity or wants to have my identity or can you show me some identity? I am my identity.
Come on.
There is nothing duplicate of me. I do not have a clone, right? Look it up. Look up what the word identity means. And then let's talk about the word designation. Now, I'm not even going to tell you, well, yeah, I am, because I can't hold it in. Designation means the office that you hold.
Come on.
How many of you hold an office? If your name is, let's say, Joe Smith, is Joe Smith an office? Is it a duty that you hold, an obligation? Look it up. I mean, Malcolm X said it best. I know people don't like to refer to him because they think he was some type of violent man, but I think more violence was brought in his life to him than he gave out.
Come on.
So let's be real about this, and that is that designation means that you're holding an office. So when they ask you for your name, they're asking you, what office do you hold? Look at Spanish. Look at Portuguese. Look at any other language, and they don't ask you what is your name. Como se llama is not what is your name. It is what are you called. I am called Nazir. My name is not Nazir. I do not hold an office. If you have a name, if If you say that you have a name, you hold an office. And that is how traffic tickets apply to you, or even any other administrative situation with the IRS or whomever else.
Come on.
All right? I deny that those corporations exist. Prove to me that they do. All right? So again, what we want to do here is, I've done a lot of study, and I spend a lot of time in the law library. I do a lot of time searching Google Scholar, reading court cases, things of that nature, so that we can realize, reading American jurisprudence and things of that nature, so that we can realize how we can free ourselves from this entanglement that we've gotten ourselves in. And again, I said that correctly. We've gotten ourselves into it. We built this web. We allowed the web to continue around us instead of stopping it from the giddy up. All right? So what I'm looking to do is, I like to help people, right? I like to help people empower themselves, because I realize who I am.
Sure.
You realize who you are. And whoever, if you're listening to this, you need to realize who you are. And that is, you are a sentient being. You are the most powerful being on this planet. Okay? And what I mean by that, don't take me wrong, I'm not saying that you're usurping or taking the place of the Creator, the Almighty. That's not what I'm saying. But you were given dominion by Him. And there was no one in between you and Him. So now, why are you allowing the government to sit between you and your Father?
Yeah, come on.
You're offending Him by doing that. Okay? So anyway, what we're doing here is a call to organize. We have the knowledge and ability and the willingness to create an organization that can benefit the people, that can help people get out of their unfortunate traffic situations and their IRS situations and their foreclosures and so forth. And there are things that steps that you can do. And I don't mean filing a UCC1 financial agreement. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. What I'm telling you is that you don't have to do that in order to be sovereign. You are sovereign.
Period.
Let's find out how.
Come on.
This organization that we're calling for, again, is to benefit people. If you don't have a job and don't have money, money coming in, we can do things. We have certain programs where we can, we're building certain programs. I don't want you to think that this already exists. It's something that we're putting together. We're building programs so that we can create our own jobs for our own selves and our own people,
community,
our own community. We have things such as being able to provide solar energy, alternative energies to people's houses, wind power, things of that nature, and we're expanding on that. Again, I have knowledge that can help people with traffic tickets. I have knowledge that can help people with foreclosures, even deal with the IRS. I don't like to say it, but there's even certain crimes, legitimate crimes, that we could actually get people out of. But I don't. If you cause harm to someone else, you have to face the music, because my creed is do no harm. If you're in self-defense, and that's completely different. You have the right to defend your own life and the life of your family and your friends. But the whole point of the matter is that this is a call to organize. This is a call to uplift who and what we are, so that we can no longer be dependent of this so-called government. And I say so-called because it's not a government. It's a corporation.
Come on.
All right? And when I say it's a corporation, State of Washington is a subsidiary of the United States, which is the corporation that's mentioned in United States Code. So is the state of Montana. So is the state of Oregon. So is the state of Texas. On and on and on and on. There's not one of them who is not. If it calls itself state or something, I promise you, I have done it. I have called, for example, the county of Missoula and gotten their tax ID number. Okay? They all have tax ID numbers, which indicates that they are a corporation. Let's get out of the corporate structure. All right? Let's go back into our natural selves, who we really are, and stop being sophisticated. Look up the word, find out what it means. If someone calls you sophisticated, it is not a compliment. All right? Namaskar to you and yours. Peace and blessings. I hope you and wish you well.
Thank you.